Good evening and welcome to an off-the-equator show, Who's Who in Santa Cruz, with a very, very special guest all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The one and only, the human wrecking ball, the one and effing only, Mr. Pete Madden's in the house.
Hey.
Pete Madden's a number one fan. TC calls you a number one fan.
Yep.
And you know more about the shows than we do.
Let's hope so.
Because half the time we've been drinking, we don't remember them anyway. But do you have, what was the first show? Remember what our first show was? Here's a trivia question. Who was our first show?
Bob Pearson. I just listened to it.
Ding, correct.
He was talking about how pulling back something by like a 7/8 of an inch would freak out guys that were, and then he goes, now we're pulling stuff back 2-3 inches.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was the second show? Do you remember this?
Rufo
With
his parole officer.
his jailer.
His jailer. He had an ankle bracelet on.
I think he did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's right. Anthony Rufo and Steve Gagnon, DC's neighbor. Okay, what was your favorite show?
I still go back. Yeah, I still go back to the time Brianna Hott came in, and we were all afraid she was going to kill everybody.
She's got a gun.
She's got a gun.
That's what Doug said.
Yeah.
She's got a gun.
Yeah, and I was just like...
Yeah, there was Rich Novak, Doug Hout, and Brianna walked in. Ready to kill him.
I'm not going to repeat the story they were telling.
No.
But, it involved
Tabarua. PG.
Yeah, keeping it
Any other favorite shows you've had?
Oh, through the years, the show with Vince Collier when he was doing Point Break.
Yeah.
Suffers. Well, then I've been telling my buddy Joe over here about when Jimbo Phillips was on, and you guys were screaming "Stickers!" Stickers! It was just so funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, and again,
let's get to look at you. You like listen to the shows in bulk because you're driving. You drive a truck for Whole Foods, right?
Yes.
18-wheeler.
Yes.
So that's what's going on. So the shows are being played in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes.
And up around that peninsula.
One of the funnier things was when you guys started having a lot of bands on.
Yeah.
I was getting stuck in an alleyway in Chicago on break.
Yeah.
There'd be two other trucks being unloaded. I'd have to wait.
Yeah.
You'd have a live band on.
Yeah.
I would roll the windows down and crank it up. So the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago.
Yeah.
When I was listening to Off the Lip, everyone was listening to Off the Lip. And my favorite band you guys had was probably Locomotive Breath.
Okay.
But all the musicians you've had, the Joint Chiefs, the Expendables, Ted Welty. Oh man, there's been a bunch of them over the years.
Yeah.
The Mermen. I wanted my buddy Joe over here.
Mermen.
Yeah, we're the Mermen. We play fucking loud.
That's right. When Chris came into the studio and go, hey, you guys gotta turn it down. And Big Jim turns around and goes, do you know who we are? And Chris said no. He goes, we're the fucking Mermen and we play fucking loud.
Nice. Oh, man.
That was a classic moment right there. I gotta find that surface. But thank you for watching all the shows, Pete.
Yeah, I'll be the
we always
gatekeeper.
mention you
I
on
know.
the show.
I probably had like 20, 30 shout-outs.
Yeah, I think more than that.
Yeah, more than that. My wife will alert me.
Yeah, she will?
Well, the thing is, I don't get to listen immediately.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've got a day off, and I've got to wait to listen to the show, and I'm like, oh, and I can't take it, and I'll just drive my car around
Have
and
there been
listen.
any shows you go, those guys have been drinking too much?
No, see, I never really saw that. There was a couple times I wanted to see a show and suddenly it's just not there.
Yeah.
And I'm going, what's going on? And I remember texting you and saying,
what? A picture of him with the skateboard in front of the boardroom. Go ahead.
It was Adam Replogle.
Yeah.
And I said, where's the Adam Replogle show? I can't get it, you know? And, and you were like, oh, we took that show down.
I still have it. I'd send it to you.
Oh, that would be great. And I promise to never reproduce it or let anybody hear it.
Yeah.
And at some point, if you still have it somewhere, I would love to hear the disastrous Veronica Gray interview.
Yeah.
So I'll tell Joel the whole story later, but and I'm not going to repeat what all went down here because there might be
And
litigation.
how did you get a hold of the show in the first place? How did you find out about the show in the first place?
I was just looking up random shows about surf.
Yeah.
So I was getting a surf podcast called Surf Splendor and a couple other ones, but they were very contest surf oriented.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I saw that you guys had an interview with Jeff Clark.
Right.
And we look at Mavericks and it's like, it's something that they do on another planet to us.
Right.
So we look up to Jeff, we look up to the big wave scene around here, and then I see the interview, and then all of a sudden I'm looking, and it was, I think it's Richard Schmidt, and Jeff just walked in.
Yeah, he walked in the last minute. Yeah. Jeff Clark and Richard Schmidt is a good show.
And so then I started going, well, this show is awesome. I want to hear them all.
Yeah.
I'm driving the truck 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I can listen to 8 or 9 shows in between delivering stuff.
Yeah.
And I went back to show number 1, Bob Pearson, and you guys talking about how he never wears jeans. It's always red or yellow pants.
Yeah.
And, later I get to meet Bob Pearson.
Yeah.
So it was just like...
Now who's this? This is Pete right here. That's Pete. Stand outside the boardroom. You are?
Joe Medro.
That's right, Mr. Joe Mendo's in the house.
There you go.
Joe, you spent some money in the boardroom today, I heard.
I did.
You did?
I did spend money.
What'd you buy?
I got a Winkowski board, and then my buddy wanted a couple boards, so I got a couple for him. And then Peter's got I had a birthday 2 days ago, something like that. So Pete
Treated you to board.
we've been friends for a long time, so.
Do you listen to the show?
I have. I not
Good answer.
nowhere like
not
it.
here.
I have seen some, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for being on the show. Both of you guys, thank you so much. Mr. Pete Madden, the Human Record in the house tonight here in California, back in October. We'll take reservations if you want to surf with the Pete Madden. We'll take reservations now. Once again, this is Neil here with the Authentic Madden Show, Who's Who in Santa Cruz, with the legendary Mr. Pete Madden from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Nice.